All right, folks, it's been a minute. Not a review today. This is meant to be a really quick look, so really quick for me, 30 minutes or so, I guess. Today we have the 511 Rush 12. Version 1, not version 2. Let's get into it. This is the 511 Rush 12, version 1. Version 2 has a laptop sleeve. This one doesn't have a laptop sleeve. Okay, so this is one of those bags that's like, if you just look at it, you probably think like, I can't pull this off. And honestly, if I didn't live in Asia, I wouldn't be able to pull it off either. I mean, look, I wouldn't be able to pull off this long hair either. In Korea, this type of thing's acceptable. I can wear this to the office. It's absolutely no problem. It's very different. I know in like North America, the vibes are different, but all I can say is in daily use, this bag is great. It's very useful, very well organized, built like a tank, and honestly, it's really a great bag to use. I hadn't even thought about getting this bag, but it was like on crazy sale here because it's the version 1. I thought like, you know what, I might as well try it, and that was some time ago. And you know what, it's been turned into one of my like top 10 bags, I think, and it's great. It's just a great bag. So let's get into it now. Of course, there's all this like Molly webbing everywhere. Molly webbing, Pals webbing everywhere. I mean, like, look, it goes like all the way up to here. It's all over here. It's on the straps. So if that type of thing is not your thing, then this is definitely not your thing. So, you know, Packhacker Tom, your mileage may vary. If it's something that you can deal with looking at, this bag is great in use. Let's get the specs out of the way. It's 1050D nylon. It's not Cordura branded, or at least not that I can find. However, it does feel very robust. It has a Teflon type coating, but not exactly Teflon. Doesn't say Teflon, but it feels like that on the inside. It has some compression straps here on the sides that help to compress the top of the bag. Does not help at all for the bottom of the bag. I find these compression straps are basically useless and I never connect them. Everything goes to the bottom no matter what. See, the point of compression straps are supposed to be to keep the load closer to your back and maybe even push it up if possible. But in this case, it just means that the top of the bag looks less bulky. I don't know. If you're rocking this, looking less bulky is probably not your worst. I got it for like the equivalent of like $50, but I think that, you know, they're like the version 2 is like 150 or something in Korea. I think it's like 100 and something in America. It's definitely well worth that. I mean, I have GoRucks that are $300, $400, and I can't really see much in the difference of quality between them. And this takes a lot more sewing than a GoRuck. I love my GoRucks, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying. It's just a fact. Facts are facts. YKK zips all around. They're self-healing, which most YKK zips are, especially in this caliber. They're mostly 8s. They're almost all 8s, and then there's the number 10 around the main guy here. It is a leaning tower of 512-ia. As you can see, it does not stand directly straight. My OCD, not good, man. But you can see it's a little bit of that. It's very little. It's very little. Very little. The straps are great on this bag. Great. So nice. They are very comfortable. They clip off on the bottom here in case you're being chased by, like, I don't know, by something. You're being chased by something. If that happens to you. In Korea, the only thing you really get chased by is like a street cat. There is a yoke system. I'm used to like mystery wrench bags with like real, like serious, like adjustable yokes, but this is still very comfortable nonetheless. The way this works is that it basically allows the bag to hang something like this from your back instead of being like in GoRuck's case, the bag is quite high on your back. This one rides a little bit lower. They're both super comfortable. I find this one very comfortable. The straps feel similarly kind of like densely padded, and they do take some time to break in. For the first little while, they were like stuck like this constantly, and then they've kind of flopped down a little bit since that. There is a top handle here. You can see that. It's 2 pieces of webbing looped upon each other, maybe like, I don't know what that is in inches, but it's big. Big. I heard it's rated to 2,000 pounds. No idea. It's just what I heard. There are these 2 like water pokey holey thingies here. I don't Sure, if you want to poke your water bottle or whatever it is, goes through there. Nice. That matches with, on the back here, there's one of those water bladder thingies. As I say in all my videos, if they make one for coffee, I'm on board. As it stands, I'm okay. I'm okay. I do use this for my laptop, which I'll explain in a bit. This bag doesn't technically have a laptop compartment, but it has a couple of places you can put one if you want. So that's most of it for the outside. There are these flaps around the pockets here, so they can catch when you're zipping, like, watch. But I will say, compared to like a Go Ruck or something, they put some more like ballistic style nylon on the inside here, and it makes it a little bit smoother than if it was just the 1050D. So thanks 511. There are three kind of like organizational pockets, I will say, on this bag. The first one is huge right here. It's got some patches here where you can stick your patchy things. It's got another patchy thing here where you can stick your other patchy thing. Sure, if that's your jam, that's your jam. I really like the zipper pulls on this. Now, I've read online, wow, these zipper pulls are amazing. Honestly, Tom Bin has been using these exact same ones. I'm sure they're probably made by Ujin or Duraflex. I can't really find it. But Tom Bin uses the exact same ones, and let me see. Duraflex. And yeah, they're great. I like them a lot. You can unzip this guy like so, and then you can basically like fully almost clamshell it out. Now there are these two pockets here, these two slip pockets. In one of them, I put my little Tom Binny thing with my AirPods in it. I put my organizer here. Okay, it's gonna look like I'm a bit of a prepper here. I'm not that at all. There are just pens in here. I use it for my students. Use the pens to correct my students' papers. And yeah. My key. There are two key lanyards on the inside here. I attach my keys to one of them. What I really like about it is that if I zip it up to here, bag's on my back, I can swing it around like so, and I can grab my keys out, and there are a bunch of organizing things here. A couple of pen loops. I don't normally use these things very much, but for demonstration purposes. So there are two little pen things here, a couple more little slip pockets here. There's like a little place here for your whatever knifey things or whatever. And then there's like a big slip pocket here, and then there's one zippered pocket that goes all the way down to the bottom of the pocket to here. Another YKK zip here. This is probably the only number, well, no, it's one of the only number 5s on the bag. And that's it for this pocket. There is a surprising amount of volume. I mean, like this thing is not super small, and it fits in there completely fine. I do really like that pocket because you see, like on something like a Go Ruck, there's a slant pocket in the front and that's it. So all that can go in there are my keys. That means all the rest of my organization has to be done elsewhere. That can be annoying. Now, I love my Go Ruck bags, so I don't really think about it too much. I like my other bags that are similar, but this has been a welcome change. I get to school and I can just leave my bag like this, and I can just unzip this thing, and then I can work out of here. And it's a bit weird because like this is meant to be some sort of army bag, but then I'm working out of it like in the coffee shop style, or I'm like pulling the pens out and doing the penny things and marking papers and all that kind of stuff. Let's put this guy back inside before I forget. I don't know why, but in videos with these bags, guys are always like doing this kind of stuff. I don't know why they punch their bags. What's the point of punching your bag? Anyway, I do like kind of ripping on the zips though. That part's a little bit fun. On the top here, there is like one pocket that goes across the top, and in there I keep my wallet. It's a Go Rucky thing wallet, leather. It reminds me of like the old detectives, like my name is... Oh, there's that pocket. And then on the top here, right here, there is a sunglasses pocket. In use, I find this sunglasses pocket to be like very tight. Because like I find it hard to get my hand in there. Maybe as the bag breaks in, it'll get better. My sunglasses are in there. They're just some sunglasses. So normally my sunglasses live in my car because I don't wear them unless I'm driving. I will open up the main compartment. Now, I went down pretty far there. It is like it opens full clamshell. Now, the thing is with this bag is it doesn't really like flop over full clamshell very well like a GoRuck. It kind of suspends like this, which is fine in use. But if you're like looking for that flop down vibes, it doesn't do that. Now, I just have my water bottle in here because there is no water bottle pocket in this bag. This side, 2 zippered pocket thingies. In this one, I keep my mask. Gotta have a mask. That's life. In this one, I keep like dental floss and deodorant. Women's. Yes. These pockets have a lot of volume, which is great. They're like kind of, can you see that? They're like kind of poofy. I will say the mesh feels, it reminds me of like the Vietnamese GoRuck mesh, not the American GoRuck mesh. That's it for this side. On this side, there is, well, there's my hat. And this is, see this kind of like, this is where my sunglasses are right now. That's that pocket that was on the back. Inside the main compartment, you can pack it out just like you would any other clamshell bag. You throw it in. Now, one thing I do like is it sits kind of like this really well. So in here, I have a wandered pouch thingy. And then I have my camera, which lives in here. And there's like a slip pocket back here. This slip pocket, you can like put your laptop in here if you want to, and you can cinch it down. So you could like cinch it down if you want your laptop to live in here. It's actually raised off the bottom a little bit, and it can be like quite big. So I also think it's great for when you travel, you can throw some of your dirty clothes in there. Aside from that, nothing else to report inside this bag. It has tons of space. I mean, it feels quite big. One thing I will say is the bottom of the bag is not padded. So I stick some sort of small padding in there or t-shirt or something just to keep my, something like my camera from being directly on the ground. But I don't know, doesn't bother me very much, to be honest. So let's zipper it up. Last thing I want to talk about is the back here. So you flip this out of the way, you have your water bladder thing here. It has zips on both sides, so you can unzip this way or you can unzip this way. Basically it looks like this. There is a frame sheet thing here, and my laptop, which is a Razer Stealth 13, fits perfectly fine in there. And you have to just kind of like tuck it in, but I feel secure with it in there. Now, it's not raised up off the bottom, so I do put a little bit of foam in the bottom there just to keep it raised a little bit. But in use, works perfectly fine for me, and you don't really have to flip the straps like that to do it. So that's it for the overview of the 511 Tactical Rush 12. Great bag. This is the OD tactical color. Absolutely love it. Built like a tank. Highly recommend it if you can get it cheap enough. That's it for now. Next video coming soon. It's on the family of GoRucks, and you'll see it. Full review of this thing after when I have time. That's it for now. Peace, kids. Bye-bye.